The truth, baby. We back. Training camps on the rise, baby. Saquon Barkley. Let them know when it was done. How's everybody doing? Special episode 31. Let's get it.
It was over after that phone call, in my opinion.
As soon as he said to go hit the market,
I never in my heart truly believed that they were going to match it, or they only wanted me for a lower price. So like, at no matter what, I probably wasn't going to go back.
Going on, Eric.
I was born to be a fighter, had these dreams and desires. I would be something better, energy, got a fire in my soul to keep burning, a pain that keep hurting, a curse is emerging, feel the thirst, keep on working, I won't stop, I won't quit, to the top of this shit, I get lost in the work, sweat dripping, not a bitch, I get mad, I get pissed, I get after this shit, hit the gas, feel the grip, adrenaline, never miss, I'm not patient, but I've learned to embrace it, cause I've been working, I've been waiting, never complacent, cause I'm so close I can taste it, want it away from everything I've been chasing. I'm honest and I promise that I got this. I'm launching, all I've wanted has been exhausting. I'll teach you how to harness, control the conscious. You got this, yeah you got this, you gotta want it. Life ain't fair, are you gonna win or is the place scared? I will not stop, I'm prepared to get to the top, yeah you must beware. Got 'em like hey, I will not
So it is. Fly, Eagles, fly. Till the next time. I love all you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. And go Birds. Like,
I will not stop, I am prepared to get to the top, and you must beware. Got 'em like
yeah, baby, we back. We back, baby. Training camp is on the rise tomorrow, baby. They gonna be on that field. The Philadelphia Eagles are back, and we can throw that last season out of the door because it's a wrap, baby. It's a new season's here. How you doing, JC? How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, look, man. Look, I'm good. Yo, I'm ready to put this awful 2023 season behind us, man. And let's start it over. Let's run it back, but in a good way. Hey, let's finish it this time, right?
We gonna finish
it, man. Hey, football is officially back. You know what I mean? Even though there's no games, there's no preseason games start yet. But as soon training camp start for our Birds, man, football is back. Hopefully all the way until the end of February, where we are hosting and holding and celebrating our second season, a ring, man. So hey,
get another one of these this year, baby. I feel it. I feel it again, JC. Feel it again, baby. Remember the 17-0 proven otherwise. 14-3. We went 14-3. Went to the Super Bowl, but we did not seal it. But I feel this time, my brother, this time we're going to seal the deal. We're going to get that chip. We're going to get over that hump, baby, because we got some experienced play callers. We got Saquon Barkley, baby. You heard Saquon in the beginning, baby. That was the beginning of the end for New York and the beginning for Philadelphia, baby, because we're about to use Saquon the way he needs to be used, and he's going to booster this offense to the next level that no one's ever seen, none of us. So it's going to be fun to talk about. So,
but I'm going to keep it 100 though, man. Like I feel like because this is a new system, overall offense and defense, but I feel like it's easier to pick up on the offense than the defense itself. So in the beginning of the season, man, look, one thing I don't want Philadelphia Eagle fans to do is panic in the beginning of the season. Like all that matters is that we're clicking, towards the end of the season, going to the playoffs, any new offense, any new scheme, even though Jalen Hurts said it, 90% of the playbook is new, whatever. But I still feel like the offense, because of the weapons we do have on offense, that we're going to be carrying the defense a little bit, at least through the first half until, everybody is in place that Vic Fangio finally see in game time. You know what I mean? Who's playing what position? We played a couple more teams and bam. And now he could set his system. And now we could, just start playing as a team. But in the beginning, I feel like it's going to be more offense carrying this team. and then the defense will catch along, just like the Ravens did last season, right? I saw a stat like the first 8 or 9 games that they were allowing 23 something points, and over the back end of the season, they were only allowing 16 points. So, and they were considered, one of the greatest defense, one of the greatest defense of all time, whatever it is. But it still is a little growing pain with the new additions and, new scheme and stuff like that. So that's what I'm just saying. Hey, yes, we all happy. We have all these brand new toys, but new offense coordinator, new defensive coordinator. Just be patient as the season goes along. At least the first quarter and quarter and a half to see what we actually dealing with.
Hey man, I somewhat understand what you're talking about there. I have a different.
Hey, you better. Hey, don't be telling them. Hey, look, don't be trying to give them false hope in the beginning.
So. But the only thing different is, hey, before we do, shout out to Daniel, Linda, Richard, all you guys for stopping by. Kevin, man, shout out to all you guys for stopping by. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, baby. We're gonna be talking about how to get some open practice tickets. JC got some. I'm gonna be getting some, and we're gonna be giving out some open practice tickets. So make sure you keep tuned in, locked into the truth, baby. We are episode 31, baby. Let's keep it going. My theory.
When's open practice? What, next Thursday or the first? Let me see. When is open practice? Open practice is actually next Thursday.
Next week?
Yeah, next Thursday, August 1st is the open practice. So if you are interested,
next Tuesday.
No, next Thursday, man. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying next Tuesday we give out tickets.
Well, this is the thing, though. We can't wait for last minute. They might try to get in now. So, okay, so at least by the end of the night, okay, at least I'll be giving out, 1 or 2 tickets by the end of the night. So you could have enough time to make plans, especially if you're driving an hour away. I'm not going to be there. I'm like 3 hours away, and it's on a Thursday. So if it was on a Friday, yes, I would have went. But since it's on a Thursday, and I do got to work on a Friday. So, but I already gave one away on Twitter. So I do have 2 more to give away. So by the end of the night, if you're in Philly or if you close and you want to attend, right, hit me up on Twitter, in my DM on Twitter, and just let me know. And then the first, 1 or 2 to respond, I'll ask you for your email address, and I'll transfer the ticket to you. So it's that easy. So, all right, it's free. Hey, boom, you ain't got to give me nothing. As long as you are willing to go next Thursday to the open practice, just let me know on Twitter, all right?
Yeah, hit them up. Let them know. But you got to watch the show. Hit that like, and you got to definitely subscribe to them. Subscribe to both platforms if you're not already subscribed for sure. My theory on it is like this, man. New season, new team. We are in the NFL, man. Like, teams turn it around year after year with new coaches that some teams get whole new makeovers, before the next season start, and they can turn around that next season. They become a lot better team. The Eagles is already a perennial playoff team, man. We are already locked and loaded. The talent alone should get you to the playoffs, period. We've seen that in 2 out of the 3 years, I think, over the last 3 years. The coaching went down the drain last year. We still went to the playoffs. The year before, obviously, we were great, and everybody knew we were great. The year before that, no one expected us to go to the playoffs. No one even expected us to win more than 5-6 games that year, except for, the real believers and real, G's of the Eagles community. But we did anyway, went to the playoffs. But we are a playoff team regardless on the coaching, but upgrading the coaching staff and then understanding, that these guys are about to bring something different, something fresh. We got new pieces in on both sides of the ball that's going to help us out a lot. This is going to be a lot electric. This is going to be a really electric offense and defense. I feel like, the players are going to get coached the proper way, the hardcore coaching from Vic Fangio. How do you feel about Vic saying that he wanted to add some more time? The Eagles are already adjusting their schedule, to make sure we get more time out there. With Big
Fangio. Man. Hey, look, as much time as they need. And that's what I just finished saying, right? Like, this is a new scheme, a new offense coordinator, a new defense coordinator. You need as much time together as possible. The NFL season is only 17 games. It's only right, but for us, it's like so long. But as you're watching football, it's a short season, right? So you don't have time to be trying to figure it out and costing us games. So as much time, look, the more time they spend together, and I'm doing the preseason, those joint practices. Look, your starters need to be out there. Your starters need to be out there doing, especially doing the joint practices, man. You know what I mean? Those are going to be very important too. So, because hey, we know that they don't want to play them in the preseason, but if I'm Nick Sirianni, I'm telling you right now, because I do have this new scheme on both sides of the ball, these guys are at least playing at least the first preseason. Let them play a quarter. The second preseason, let them play a half. And then whatever happened the third preseason is a wash. But at least let them get into the groove now so they won't just go into the season in Brazil and embarrass us with the Packers team that's coming together, right? They came together very, very well at the end of the season. They blew the Cowboys' backs out. So we know that continuity is already there. But ours, we got to get ours going. So, yes, I agree with more practice time and more starters, right? The sooner they know who the starters are, the better they could start doing all these things together on the field.
Yeah, but I also feel, though, we've been running a Banjo-style defense. I feel like
no, man.
Banjo-style defense. I feel like the defense will have an easier time converting over to the defense.
Yes, man.
We've been running a form of it, a couple of different forms of it. If you want to take Desai, Jonathan Gannon, so it's been a couple of different forms of his style defense. And I think since he is the architect, it'll be easier for him to keep implementing the things that the other guys didn't teach. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to some of these topics. My first one I want to talk about is the Nick and Jalen beef. The Nick and Jalen beef, right? And I came to the conclusion where I understand where this is. Because everybody wants to say it was not a beef. Everybody wants to say this and that. But at the end of the day, I feel like Jalen Hurts got disrespected when we just heard Nick just come out and say it was him. 100% of the offense would blame on him. He takes full accountability for it. So that means he was controlling Johnson, and Johnson was just a puppet for this guy for the whole season. But Johnson was the guy to get canned. I think Jalen didn't respect that part of it. He didn't respect that part of the business side of it, and he kind of felt some type of way about it to the point where it's like, hey, man, like you were part of this. You understood that, Brian didn't call the plays, and y'all still fired this guy when, he was a close friend. We were going to work on building something good here in Philadelphia. So I think that it obviously something that can be fixed. I think Jalen and Nick are two grown-ass men, and they both understand they got the same goals and the same aspirations for the football team. And I think it's going to help us get to where we need to get to, once they clash it out. And I think it was probably something that happened more at the end of last season as opposed to, like, still carrying on to the next season, still carrying on to training camp tomorrow and whatnot. I think it's all squashed out already, but it's just, media is always late on things and bringing it to us. So we kind of hit it at a different angle. It's like, oh, is there some beef? Is there some beef? I just think he just feels a little some type of way that they fired Brian Johnson, more than they actually have a beef, because it's not him. It's the Philadelphia Eagles organization at the end of the day. But, Nick finally came out and, said, hey, it was 100% my offense. And we all know what happens when Nick Sirianni runs the offense. It's a no-go. It's a no-go. When Nick's in control of the offense, it looks stale, it looks bad. Maybe he wants to be a play caller, but he should just focus on being a head coach. I think that is a job that he can do this year. I think he'll do it at a high level. So, I think that fans don't take a sigh of relief and understand that this beef is squashed. I don't think there really is any beef left. I just think it was
beef, man. Like I'm sitting here listening. Like, I haven't heard Jalen Hurts said it. Any player said, Nick Sirianni said it. Who's reporting this beef? Like, because I don't like to assume anything. Like, I'm more like, okay, did any of them say, hey, you know what? It was a misunderstanding between coach and play. Did any of these two guys that's been reported rumors that beef? Because every time we talk to them, it's okay. So where this beef is coming from? Like, is this a credible source that's reporting a beef between Hurts and Sirianni? Because if not, then I'm not going to waste my time.
Well, you know, they're not really going to say it straight
This
up,
is
beef.
crap.
You know, Jalen could have said more about his coach. Jalen could have.
That's not a beef, though. That's Jalen Hurts' personality. He doesn't talk. He's mute, like until he gets on the field. That's the only time you see Jalen Hurts speak and like show passion on the field. Off the field, he just like, all right, you know what I mean? He's never been that way. He's a Nick Saban type of guy, a Bill Belichick type of guy, right? The less you say, just get straight to the point and move out. Like, he's not going to sit there and address. Yes, he'll kill you to death with some quotes and stuff like that, with some, the rent is due, all these little famous quotes, but he's not going to sit there and say, well, I had part of my coach, and then Nick is not going to say it. So, I mean, look, I don't know what the beef was, who was saying it, but so I don't know. I can't really talk about it, but I'm just here to say that if it's not coming from Hurts or the players in the locker room or Nick Sirianni, I'm not listening to none of them goddamn stupid Philly reporters, man. They're always trying to start some drama anyway, and thank God the season is here, because all these rumors, all these fake rumors from AJ want to get traded and all this nonsense, and Fletcher Cox retired because, you know, all the stuff that was going on, Kelsey. It's just, man, we're back to football, and that's what I want to focus on. Football. So all these nonsense rumors, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I feel you. Like I said.
But we got to talk about real football news. Before we talk about that, though, and before we even talk about Saquon, though, something came out like an hour before we came on about your boy, Cooper DeJean. Right? Like, it was reported on Twitter, right, that, you know, that he will begin camp on an NFI and will be sidelined 3 weeks with the hamstring injury. God, hamstring injuries are crazy, right? Especially him being a rookie. Like, we don't know how much, you know, that's going to take away from getting those reps. We still don't know about your boy, Sidney Brown. Is he going to be completely healthy? So right now, we're kind of thin at that safety position. So with that injury, with 3 weeks camp is only, 6 weeks long. So, you know what I mean? So you're talking about 3 weeks. That's half a training camp. And guess what? Your condition is not going to be there. So if you try to rush back, boom, you're just going to miss more time. So right now, that safety position is very, very scary. So there's a guy out there, though. There is a guy out there in Justin Simmons that the Philadelphia Eagles need to actually reach out to. A vet, you know what I mean? He's staying ready. I feel like that we don't need to try to rush, especially a hamstring injury. Hamstring, this soft tissue injuries, man, you could always re-aggravate them again if you're trying to rush back, especially in this heat. You know what I mean? You're trying to ramp up real quick. So that's just my 2 cents on it. If I'm the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm picking up the phone right now. The training camp ain't even start yet. Hey, Justin, hey, we're going to offer you a 1 year deal. Hey, we got the money, so we're going to offer you a 1 year deal. Come get your ring, and let's do this. Your thoughts?
Now, my thoughts on this, like, it's Cooper DeJean, man. He's a rook. He wasn't starting anyway. You know what I'm saying? He was going to get some playing time eventually, but he wasn't the main starter anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, their safety starters is going to be Sidney Brown. Blankenship and CJGJ. You know what I'm saying? Those are two good starters. I want to see the Eagles pay, Blankenship to see what he's going to do when he comes back this year. He got a little money in his pocket. You know, he's been getting a little bit better. Yes, the energy's been bothering him, but you got, Evans back there. You got another, who else we got back there? You got Maddox that's been practicing at safety. You got half those cornerbacks probably can go out there and practice safety. So I'm not really worried. He'll be back, maybe second week of preseason, third week of preseason, something like that. So he'll be back in time to play some football for the season. So I don't really feel like it's necessarily a stress. He just needs to take it easy, go hang out and, get that healed up and then be ready to be back on the football field when he get there. Because I don't see him as really being an impact player his first year. I don't think Mitchell or Cooper DeJean, I told you this already, they're not going to be impact players his first year. They're going to be role players his first year.
No. See, like, you were the main one that said, hey, our safety killed us last season, and that's why Barry was getting burnt because he didn't have no safety help, blah, blah, blah. And now you're acting like, it's not a big deal that a guy you drafted to possibly play that position got
But
a
he didn't
soft
even play it.
injury. You got a soft tissue injury that could play that position, and that's why you have Kemp for, right, to test him out in that position. I don't think that, you know, Maddox is reliable enough to put out there in safety. Shit, we might as well go 1-16 for our kid if you put Maddox back there as safety. No, and Chauncey Gardner, he's better as a box safety underneath roaming safety than a deep safety, yo, when he was successful with the Philadelphia Eagles. So I don't see how y'all are so, you know, okay with not trying to at least go after Justin Jefferson, a real safety, by the way. You know what I mean? One of the top turnover safeties in the league the past 3-4 seasons. You know what I mean? Just sitting there, and y'all okay. Are we all in or not? Are we going to try to experience, you know what I mean, throughout the season? We are going to go through another experience year.
We got to see what these guys got. You know what I'm saying? At one, for one. Two, yes, we got the money, but do we really want to spend all this money on this team?
Yes.
Now money.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's that big of a deal to throw money out. We don't have to re-sign guys like White if he plays up to, you know, capabilities.
1 year deal,
like,
brother.
We got a lot of 1 year deals on our team that we need to worry about if they have good seasons. I think that's why Howie's saving the money. Becton, what happened to Becton? End up being the starter. He's the next, you know, Brooks, like, you know, Stalin talked about. You know, we got to pay him. What about freaking?
Okay,
you know,
BG is going to be off our books. Okay, Kelsey is going to be off our books. So I mean, so we have guys that's going to be off our books that a 1 year deal is not going to, you know, and plus the cap space is going to go up every season. It goes up. So a 1 year deal to go all in is not going to make or break you right now. It's not going to break your team and say, oh my God, we can't sign nobody else. We have enough money, and if anybody knows how to, you know, play with the cap space, is the cap money that we do have is Howie Roseman. So I'm not trying to, you know, throw people out there and experience as safety.
I'm just saying, guess what? You don't go get a new player. You let one of these other young guys that want to play cornerback go switch to safety. It's not that big of a difference.
It's not that easy to go from corner to safety, bro. Come on, man. Like, come on.
Diverse, my guy.
All right, okay, all right. You know what? Hey, we deserve to be 1-16 with with your mindset. We deserve to be 1-16. Yes. The main thing we need is the back end. You know why? Because our corners, they could probably take more risks, take more chances. You know what I mean? Like, just play man up, press
you
up a
sound desperate. The guy's only going to be out for 4 weeks, okay? The guy's not going to be out the whole damn season. You act like they said, you know, breaking news.
Here? What are we talking about here? Like, we should be desperate to win a second ring. I mean, we've been to a Super Bowl like twice in the past 3 seasons, and what do we got to show for it?
Listen, you act like they said he's out for the season. This guy's going to miss maybe a preseason game. He's not going to be that far behind. If he's going to play, he's going to play, guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not even going to miss opening day, okay? So you get a little too hyped up. You know,
this is not
about a guy that's like, you know, a depth piece for a football team. A guy that's going to be playing special teams his first year on our football team. Like, you're getting, like, hyped up about some guy that everybody loves that's not going to be making that much of an impact his first season as a Philadelphia Eagles. So, like I said, he could make an impact, but like I said, the injury's not going to push him into any of that time, so I'm not really worried about it.
You don't know. All right, so you know hamstrings injury, right? You're an athlete, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hamstring injury can linger for a long throughout a season, especially a gruesome. Yeah, like, but he's not. Chauncey Gardner, tell me the last time he played a full season. I'll wait. He hasn't. He missed 90% of the season last year. He missed with the pec injury. And then with us, he missed 4 or 5 games. So don't tell me guys that are, okay, hopefully he don't get hurt. Hopefully he play a full season. No, the only reason why I'm saying go get Justin Simmons, because he's a baller. All right, he's reliable. He doesn't get hurt. He knows Vic Fangio's system. So he could be that anchor that you ain't got to worry about your corners being young, experienced. You could try out, experiment on your corners, but not your safety. So even y'all say that Reed Blankenship is not a guy, a cover safety. And now all of a sudden, hey, y'all okay with him and Chauncey Gardner? All right, whatever, man. And y'all get what y'all get.
Listen, you been a Debbie Downer the day before training camp. You been a Debbie Downer the day before training camp, my guy. I'm telling you, it's not gonna matter that he is hurt for 4 weeks. We don't need to go rush and be desperate. Oh my God. Obviously, if we wanted the boy, we would have had him on the football team already. We ain't signed him in how many weeks? How long has he been sitting on the sideline? And we ain't signed him. If anything, it wouldn't even be, this Cooper DeJean injury. It would be the fact that we put Sidney Brown on IR, PUP right now. That will be the case. That we put Sidney Brown because he is a safety. We are looking for him to do big things this year. Now we put him, on PUP. That's the reason maybe to think about it. But then guess what? He's going to be back. And then now you're not going to be able to get him on the field because you got a guy like Justin Simmons playing with, CJ GJ. And these guys right there are going to be taking up all the reps.
Yo, when you play a 3-4 defense, man, you got to have speed out there, bro. You got to have speed out there. You got to have, like safeties that could help your linebackers out. Like, you got to have speed out there. So I still don't know what defense we're going to play. How is it going to line up? Because you keep saying, well, we already seen the Vic Vision system kind of. But we wasn't a 3-4 team. We was a 4-3 team. So you are aligned right there to the people. You lying to the people right now. We've been playing a 4-3 scheme with Jonathan Gannon.
We never really been playing a 4-3. We're running a 5-2.
Okay. Well, it's not a 3-4.
That's more of a hybrid of a 3-4.
Oh my God.
But like I'm saying,
let's just say that we was running. Let's just say that we was running a hybrid, a 5-2, whatever. But how many guys we had rushing? Like we literally had 4 or 5 guys rushing, right? That could actually get to the quarterback. We wasn't dropping no linebackers back. You know what I mean? Like well, not till last year, but the previous year we was actually getting to the quarterback, right? Getting the blitz going once in a while. But guess what? Look, I'm not saying that I am panicking at all. I'm just saying the fact that if we are all in this season, and somebody say that our Super Bowl window is open for the next 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you go talk to the Bengals? Hey, why don't you go talk to Aaron Rodgers that went to a Super Bowl one freaking time and 13, 12 years that he's been in the league. So it's not guaranteed. Yes, our window could be open. Ask the Dallas Cowboys that can't get past the second round. Their Super Bowl a window is open every freaking year. So you don't take a year off because
that's not true. The Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl window is never open.
Oh, see,
they have Jerry Jones and Dak Prescott as their goddamn quarterback. Their window is always closed.
Right now. Hey, you just talking nonsense. But realistically,
what have they won?
The Dallas Cowboys had one of the best rosters in the league the past 3-4 years. But the Super Bowl window was always open. But the fact that, guess what? You can't get
their playoff window was open. They never had a Super Bowl window open. Their playoff window was open. Their playoff window was open. But they ain't never had no Super Bowl window open. Ain't nobody thought the Cowgirls were winning shit.
All right, let's move on, man. Because obviously, you just want to troll and not talk football today. I see.
I'm talking football.
You want to troll.
When the last time Dallas been out of the second round?
But the roster been Super Bowl ready.
Can't say that they're playoff or Super Bowl window because no one even they got to get past the second round first before you can say they even have a Super Bowl window.
But are we talking about the roster? Then they had the number 1 defense last year, turnover ratio. Like, they were turning the ball over. Their offense was top 3 in the league. So if that's not a Super Bowl roster on both sides, then what is?
Hey, scared money don't make money, JC.
Hey, JC,
scared money don't make money, my guy. Scared money don't make money.
You know what? Hey, I'm gonna keep notes on all these people that's trying to come at me for telling y'all the truth. Hey, see me throughout the season. And don't even start saying, well, you was. I know I'm right because it's football. All right? I watch a lot of football. Nothing's guaranteed.
So
but if you all in, you go all in.
That's what I'm hearing. You a trader? You a trader? You a Cowgirl fan?
I'm a what?
You a Cowgirl fan?
Well, I don't understand what you're saying right now.
Cowgirl fan. Is that what you are? Because I'm saying the Cowgirl ain't never had no damn window open. And you said every year the Cowgirls have the Super Bowl window open. That's not true.
Okay.
And we speak the truth on the truth. And this is episode 31. BIRDGANG 31 knows the truth, baby.
Yes. 17-0, huh? Until proven otherwise.
Look at that. You know, I ain't trying to hear none of that Cowgirl talk. Never. Never. But let's talk about this. Hey, Hard Knocks. Once again, I want to thank Hard Knocks for such great content. They are so awesome. You know, they cleared up the whole Saquon thing. You know, they cleared it all up for us. And, you know, and it's really for Saquon and his people up in New York, you know what I'm saying? And so he can continue to get his love over there because, you know, they had everybody thinking Saquon's this trader, baby. And at the end of the day, you know, they're just being cheap. They're just being cheap. They didn't think the market was big for them, man. They, you know, what kind of, knowing that even you hear Saquon talk about, you know, like once that telephone call, you know, I kind of knew it was over, you know what I'm saying? I didn't make the decision off of, you know, oh, that was the Eagles right off the jump. I was just looking like, what's the best situation for me? I would weigh the pros, the cons, and it just so happened to be the Eagles. That's why I picked them, you know what I'm saying? The only thing he knew the con was that he's going to be hated for, you know, and just hearing them talk about that, I think that was something awesome that, you know, everybody need to hear. And what kind of impact do you really think this guy's going to make for our football team this year? Because I think, man, Saquon might be MVP.
I mean, are you asking yourself that and answering it? I mean, is that your final answer? Like, I
I'm
mean,
it's your turn.
I think, you know what I mean? Hey, I mean, so I thought that you was asking yourself a question and then you was answering it. I mean, hey, maybe I'm slow to answer, but, you know, but before that, right, look, Saquon was gone the minute they chose to pay Daniel Jones that season that they went to the playoffs and beat the Vikings, where Saquon has one of his best seasons, right? You know what I mean? And missed no games, had a freaking basically a Pro Bowl season, but they choose to pay Daniel Jones instead of coming to a deal with Saquon Barkley. That right there, to me, I knew Saquon was going to be gone, or you better come back and offer him some moolah, like, you know what I mean, some boku money to, you know, to try to put Band-Aid over his little wounds that you done opened up because you decide to pay, you know, Daniel Jones instead of him. When he the one, without him being back there, the Giants would not even be in the playoffs. But you probably could put another quarterback back there that's better than Daniel Jones, and they would have made the playoffs. But when Barkley is healthy, yo, that team don't really miss the playoffs. But you know what I mean? But their offensive line was trash anyway. But the impact on the Philadelphia Eagles that Saquon is going to have, I'm not going to say MVP only because like it seems like the MVP is a quarterback award, right? I mean, just like boom, quarterbacks, right? The last time a running back,
Derrick Henry,
like no, he didn't win the MVP.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yes, he did. 2,000 yards rushing. Derrick Henry, MVP.
What year did he win the MVP?
Well, what's that long ago? I don't know.
Derrick Henry won the MVP. Now, why don't you Google, man? You don't have told a lie. Why don't you Google your own lies?
I tell you the facts.
Well, then Google your own facts then while I finish what I got to say. You know what I mean? But anyway, I really think that he's going to win Offensive Player of the Year, right? Because to me, like, you know, with guys like Mahomes out there, Lamar Jackson out there, even if that dude, Christian McCaffrey didn't win it last year, I mean, this dude was third and voting for MVP. He didn't win it last year, and he had over 2,000 all-purpose yards. So it kind of like, I'm like, okay, what is it going to take for a running back to win it? But Offensive Player of the Year, I think that is within his grasp, and that could be big. Huh? Wait, what you say?
I'm Googling it.
Yeah, you could Google all you want. You can't Google a lie. But go ahead.
You can't Google a lie. Good, yeah. There you go, Dang. Thank you, Dang.
Oh, yeah, he
There's
saved
everyone
me.
MVP in
He saved me.
2020, baby. Woo!
Oh, that's when the time was the number one seed. It was that when the time was the number one seed, right? Yeah, I think that was
baby.
the Titans.
Yeah. So I'll take that apology, my guy.
Nah, I'm not gonna apologize, man. But it's hard for a running back to win the award. You know what I mean? Like, but if Derrick Henry won it, hey, that's great. You know what I mean? But I don't
think Saquon, because everybody say I was going with Jalen at first. I was like,
let me finish. Let me finish answer my Saquon Barkley question.
Go ahead.
Only because of the talent we have around him with the AJ Brown, with the Devontae Smith, with the Jalen Hurts. Like the Titans only had a Derrick Henry. Like it was either Derrick Henry, like he was throwing touchdowns that year. I mean, look, it was either a Derrick Henry or bust. I just think that our offense overall is too loaded for him to win MVP, but he could definitely win Offensive Player of the Year.
Well, like I said, he might win the MVP because, I think I was initially saying Jalen Hurts because that's my boy, #1 Jalen Hurts fan. Jalen freaking Hurts! But Saquon is going to benefit from Jalen, Smitty, AJ, Goddard. Like, I always look at it like this, like how, you look at Miles' numbers. We thought he should got more carries. I keep saying this. Thought he should got more carries. He produced still 1,300 yards, something like that. A guy like Saquon Barkley with clear lanes all the time, clear spaces when he's catching the ball out of the backfield. I think Kellen Moore's going to implement some running back screens, which we haven't seen for 3-4 years now. Since Brian Westbrook really, since we've seen the running back screen be utilized at a high level in this football team. I think they're going to use some of those with him. And his numbers are going to be so inflated. I think we can go back to the whole what games are done at halftime, but we're still just running Saquon just to run out the game, because he's on a mission. He has something to prove. The fact that he's like, I know I've been hurt. I know I have. I've done I had a couple of good seasons, but it wasn't. I haven't been used. I haven't had the career that I want to have. I'm coming out here to win Super Bowls, and I'm coming out here to win awards, baby. Basically, what he's saying. And he's, I think, a determined guy behind our offensive line with all these weapons. He never even played with an offensive lineman that made the Pro Bowl. That's sad. We've had 23 offensive lineman Pro Bowlers since the time Saquon, started running the football. And I think it's really sad and it's really pathetic for him, for the whole Giants organization. But now that he's on this team, this playoff caliber team, this team that's full of nothing but stars, it's going to make his job that much easier. If he did it, it's like always saying, remember we always compare Barry Sanders to Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith ended up with more yards, but he had the best offensive line in football. Remember that Cowboys offensive line? That was an amazing offensive line. Barry Sanders had the yards, but he didn't have the line, And that's kind of what I feel about with Saquon Barkley. He's going from, the Detroit Lions offensive line to the Dallas Cowboys offensive line in the middle of his career. So I think he's already built himself a nice name, and this is going to really catapult him to that next level where he's going to be a guy like Christian McCaffrey, win Offensive Player of the Year. He's going to be a guy that possibly win MVP. He's going to be a guy that could lead the league in rushing. He might even be a guy that rush for over 2K if we run the football, because every season the Eagles, play really good. We run that football. You think of the year we won a Super Bowl, we had Jay Ajayi, we had LeGarrette Blount, we had all these guys going out there rushing that football good. It's going to be Saquon Barkley this year, and he's going to put it on the field, and he's going to look really good doing it, dude. I really feel we really got high hopes for Saquon, and I think that he's going to do some things that we've never seen in a very long time out of an Eagles running back.
Okay, look, so this stat right here. So, did he rush for over 2,000 yards and 7
year?
No, I'm just no. I'm asking this question right here. This comment right here. Henry in 2020, 378. Is that rushing yards over 2,000, or is that total yards? The reason why I asked that is because Christian McCaffrey, right? This past season, he rushed for 1,459, right? A reception was 564, total of 2,023. but he had 21 total touchdowns, right? 14 rushing and a 7 receiving. But like I think if running back, so maybe he probably rushed for over 2,000. Now I can probably see why he won the MVP, because it's hard to rush for 2,000. But I mean, I can see it. Let me see. Okay, so all right, boom. Now it makes more sense why he did win it. I mean, 378 carries. Christian McCaffrey had 272 carries, right? So that's almost 100 more carries that Derrick Henry was that team. He carried that team.
What was his stats last year? He didn't rush for 2,000.
I just told you. No, I said Christian McCaffrey last year rushed for 1,459 and another receiving yards of 564, which add up to 2,023. So now I could see why Derrick Henry won the MVP, because he had over 2,000 rushing alone, and you know what I mean, with that many TDs. So I could see why. So unless Saquon is rushing for over 2,000, because the total yards for over 2,000 is not going to cut it for MVP, I think that he got to rush for over 2,000 in order for him to win MVP.
What was Saquon's rookie year? I know he got over 2,000, but how many were rushing? What is his rushing average?
Oh, he never rushed for 2,000 though. But he never rushed for 2,000. But yes, so Derrick Henry was that whole team, so I could see why. And they were the number 1 seed, and they had the number 1 bye, whatever. So I could see why he won the MVP that year, because it is, you got to carry a whole team. 378 carries. Every team know that you're getting the ball. Like it wasn't like, man, they had, I think AJ Brown was on that team, if I'm not sure, but was he hurt or not? Like, because
Saquon gets touchdowns too. He has like 41 touchdowns or some shit like that.
Yeah, Adrian Pearson won one, and I think he rushed for over 2,000. So I think the guys that's winning the MVP rushing is either like at 2,000 or like a 2 yards shy of 2,000. But yeah, so
I still think on a winning team, these guys you talk about players that weren't even on like winning team. Like say we win we're like undefeated or something, not undefeated, but like only a couple losses, and we're like one legit number 1 team in the league, like we should be. Like he can have like 1,700 yards and 400 yards to get over 2,000, but it's the touchdowns I think that will really matter. That's like 17 touchdowns. That's a lot of touchdowns for one person. You know what I'm saying?
It's not really, because Miles Sanders had 13.
17. That's 4 more. That's a lot.
Okay, but I mean,
and that 13 was a lot for Miles Sanders. That was a lot for him.
But away from him. And so yes, I understand. But I'm talking about you gotta be in your 20s, like rushing touchdown to win MVP. If you're not gonna rush for over 2,000 yards, you at least gotta come at least 1,700 yards rushing, at least 20 something touchdown. Like a Chris Johnson year or something like that. You know what I mean? Like way back in the day.
Like he's had 3 seasons, 2 seasons with 1,300, 3 seasons over 1,000, 2 seasons with 13.
Yeah, so I think he could easily
rushing, just rushing.
Yeah. I think Saquon.
If Saquon was on the Eagles team, that I think they would look at if Devontae and AJ still get over 1,000 like they normally do. But then he was able to also put on another 1,500 yards rushing, 300 yards receiving, but he had like 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, but see,
that's all the push tushes. I don't think we're gonna do it.
But see, that means that our offense is a number 1 offense, and we're putting at least over 40 points a game.
Sure.
Like if you want your Smitty to get over 1,000, your AJ Brown to get over his 1,000, over 1,700 yards. Jalen Hurts is still gonna account for a few touchdowns in there, some rushing yards in there, and then if we're blowing teams out, guess what? You're gonna pull your guys out and put them bums in, right? So those things take into account too. Why sometimes you can't say he's gonna have that many yards. If we're the number 1 offense, we blowing some teams out. Like anybody, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like those guys. You look at Swift. You look at Miles Sanders. You look at Swift. There's just not Saquon. So if they can pull out 1,300 yards, Saquon can pull out way more because he's a whole nother level of running back. You know, he has a whole nother skill set that's way better than either one of those guys. Like I always say, Miles Sanders was this guy's backup. Okay,
yeah, but I'm not saying that. Look, I'm just saying that when the game is out of hand, you're not chasing the record. You're
but
not
even that year we went to Super Bowl, what Miles still had 1,300 yards rushing,
No, he didn't.
or was it 1,200 yards?
Who? The year we went to the Super Bowl? Yeah. But how many games that we set out in the fourth quarter, right? That's what we was talking about. Hurts numbers were a little bit less because there was like 4 or 5 games where the starters really didn't play in the fourth quarter. So that's why, you know what I mean? You know, he could have more, but still. So if we're the number one offense, we're crushing teams. I don't see these guys in the fourth quarter, especially when we got a bigger goal in mind, you know, besides winning MVP. But next topic.
You know, Kellen Moore, too, that's what we're going to get to. Do you think Kellen Moore is going to really change the situation up like he needs to and, you know, run the damn football, start off running the damn football, you know, every year? And imagine, like we say, those years that we were good, that was the one piece missing was the play calling to help us get that. You know, even though we looked good passing, imagine if we started every game just pounding that rock. You know, in the third quarter, we need to put people away. You know, those guys weren't really, you know, what do you call them? Game enders. You know what I'm saying? So a guy like Saquon, we need to run it and put it away. He can still get you some more touchdowns. He can still add those yards on there. So, you know, I think Kellen Moore will run the football a lot more than we probably ran it over the last 3 years.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, because when you have those weapons on your team, AJ Brown, Smitty, Goddard, I mean, you are trying to spread your offense out a little bit with your playmakers. So you're not trying to focus on just one guy just running. So you do have to have a quarterback throw the ball, you know what I mean, at least half the time. So I don't think we're going to focus solely on the running, but I think the screen game is going to be an extension to the run game, right? You know what I mean? So that's where you might find your Barkley with more touches because the screen game is definitely going to come into play. But as far as running the ball 25, 30 times a game with one guy, I don't see that happening. I really don't see that happening.
How many touches do you think Barkley to make this offense run, you know, perfectly? How many touches, you know, do you think Barkley needs to have per game?
I think rushing at least 15 touches rushing, right? There's straight rushing plays for Barkley, 15 minimum. 15 minimum, and then with him having the ball, you know what I mean, at the reception, the screen game, at least 5 times. So I think that Barkley should touch the ball at least 20 times a game.
Yeah.
With the screen and the run.
I say realistic for him to have an ecstatic year would be 20 to 25 times.
Yes, it is. Yes. His offensive scheme is all about making the defense players like making every play tough on the defense players, on the linebackers, just to get them off, right? I mean, just to make sure the hole open up a little bit more. He want to see, okay, all right, so if I motion this guy this way, then this linebacker is going to react. So now it could open up. But even though we still going to call the same play, but he just trying to put more stress on the defense. I mean, that's what he said. So, hey, we just have to see. But he liked to motion to, you know, to keep the defense on the defense more stressful and see at their linebackers, because a lot of time emotion, I mean, it's going to be the linebackers that's going to be kind of like in la-la land if the ball is going to be a running play, a pitch, or the wide receiver is going to go back out. Like, you know, it's all over the place. That's why the motion is going to be very important, and it's going to help out Jalen Hurts too. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if this guy motion here, if the linebacker move there, then your tight end is going to be open. That's your first read. So I'm excited to see it, but it's going to be some growing pains in the beginning. But I feel like by the time we are like week 8, week 9, you're going to see a more fluent, you know, offense and defense.
Yeah, and like I said, I do believe Kellen Moore is going to realize, you know, because you hear him talking about they're going to use whatever was working good last year. Like I guarantee we're still going to see the AJ slant. You know, that's a play that's guaranteed. No matter where AJ goes, you're going to run that play. But I also think that he's going to incorporate so much new stuff in terms of the running back screens, the outside runs, zone plays,
Tight end.
Tight ends over the middle of the field. Yes, Dallas Goedert, if he stays healthy, should have a big year this year. But
Yeah,
I
that's
think
another thing too. We got so many playmakers, man. Even that wide receiver we drafted, man. What's his name, man? Man, we ain't saying.
That's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, Niles Smith. He might take
a receiver a lot, but right now, Niles Smith is not even on the board. It's Paris Campbell's job to lose, and I've heard, like John Ross is looking great out there. Johnny Wilson, we see him practicing with Hurts all the time now. Who knows if they build some magical chemistry and Hurts like, you know what, I want this guy because this guy, I like the way he catches the ball, whatever. He can move up the depth chart a little faster than what people think. He's out there spending time with these guys, and I think that that third receiver spot has always been a key spot in Kellen Moore's offense. You know what I'm saying? That third receiver always got enough targets to actually make impact in football games. And that's who. Niles Smith, he did no OTAs. Training camp's coming up. We'll see if he's out there in training camp. He wasn't put on the PUP, so obviously he's going to be out there. Paris Campbell, another veteran guy that's already been out there, doing this thing. He's had good years, bad years. Been hurt a lot. Like John Ross, fastest man in football. Went off the deep end, left, came back. There's a lot of guys that could fill that role, but all we need is one guy to fill that role, because if he fills that role, this is the offense for him to be in, to make an impact for his team. I remember that year with the Cowboys that Gallup had 1,000 yards, and it was CD Cooper and Gallup, and Gallup was the one that ended up in the Pro Bowl with 1,000 yards, and he was the third receiver. It's got so much attention going to the first two that you just leave, that third receiver open, and if you are able to that's what we wanted Quez to do, make the plays. Quez didn't make the plays. I was a huge Quez guy. I thought he was going to make the plays. I was every year I was like, Quez going to make the plays this year. He's going to make the plays. He never made the plays that were opportunity, because you never know. Like, you pop that first game, you make the play. Now you can get to play the next game. If you start dropping plays early, you're not going to get a chance to you really utilize that third receiver, because you don't have enough faith in him. You're keeping him on there for his speed. Now he's just running off coverage. You know what I'm saying? That's the only, real reason why he is the third, receiver on the football team. And I think if you got a guy that can come in and make the plays, my vote right now, if I had to go with it, I want to see, Paris Campbell just go ahead and keep it. Like, he's a veteran. He's made plays in the NFL. If he's on point, then he could be that guy. Because all those guys are fast. Nice miss fast. Paris Campbell's fast. John Ross is super fast. And I would love to see John Ross, that third receiver spot's like usually, flip-flop. I remember Julio Jones was third or something. Zacchaeus was third sometime. Quez was third sometime. So until someone grabs that ring and say, I am the third receiver on this football team, which you really are, like the, fifth or sixth receiver on this football team, when it's all said and done, if you can make those big plays when they're called on you, then you can really make an impact on this football team and have a lot of yards this year.
Yeah.
So, what we got next up here? You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that's what I see. We see on the top 100, Devontae Smith moves from 100 to 90. And how do you feel about that? 100 to 90. He moved up 10 spots.
See, I think, look, when all said and done, we at least going to have at least 5, 6 players on the top 100. Because I think that A.J. Brown's going to be on there. Jalen Hurts, have to be on there. Devontae Smith, Barkley. I think your Lane Johnson have to be in there. That's 5.
Landon Dickerson.
Possibly, but I don't. Yeah. Well, it's voted on the players, though, right? I mean, it's voted by the players, so I don't think Landon Dickerson is getting that much respect. Maybe Mariota, but I don't know. Yeah. So,
you gotta go deep inside of the ball. Jalen Carter on there. They're gonna throw him on there just because.
Well, possibly, but I just gotta see what other players.
Slaves.
No. I don't want to talk about no big place. They be in top 100. No.
He's been on there, hasn't he?
I don't think he's gonna be on this one. I don't think so, because he wasn't even in the top 10 DBs and the 4-5 honorable mention, right? So top 15 DBs, he wasn't even on that list. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see. But Devontae Smith was an honorable mention. AJ Brown was on there. I believe Hurts was on there, right? Or no, Hurts wasn't on there. Like,
yeah, he was on there.
So Hurts was on there. So and
he's gonna be a big drop
was on there.
I think they're gonna have a big drop for Hurts. Remember last year he was number 2.
Yeah. Last year he was number 2. Mahomes won.
Yeah,
I think he was number 2 or 3, whatever it was.
But for Devontae,
because Aaron Donald was number 2. I mean, he's either was number 2 or 3 last year. So
Hurts was number 2.
But that's still good. Okay.
But even
look, my only gripes is with if another wide receiver, if Ayuk is up there, right, higher than Smith, which I don't think he's a better wide receiver than him. So if DJ Moore is up there, I don't think he's a better wide receiver than Smitty. So that's when I would have an issue. But right now, yes, I could see there's about some more players in different positions that might be, you know what I mean? Like, shoot, you got like possibly 10 defensive ends that's probably, you know, have more impact, right? So you got take that into considerations too.
Yeah, I think 90 is cool. You know, Smitty's the second receiver, but you know, everybody knows that's respect. You know what I'm saying? You went up 10 spots. You had a good season. You know, let's see how far up you can go this year. Because I really feel like AJ Brown is, you know, that dude, but I think Smitty might have either more touchdowns or at least more catches than this year. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, coverage going to roll over to AJ because you got to start respecting them as being one of the best in the league. And that's going to leave Smitty open. But, you know, normal teams don't have a number 2 like that. And Smitty's going to really eat that up. And he's going to really light it up because he's that type of guy, you know what I'm saying? That's why they moved him up 10 spots this year because he is that guy, type of guy, you know? Like, so I see Smitty definitely get over 1,000 yards again. And that'd be like, what, 2 years in a row? Because he didn't get it his rookie year. I think he was a couple yards short of the 1,000 yards. He had like 9 something. So that would, you know, back-to-back years of being 1,000-yard receiver in the NFL, you know, depending on how many touchdowns.
His 4th season, right? Smitty?
This is 3rd season.
No. He's about to be.
No, the first year, Jalen. This is Jalen's 4th year starting.
This will be his 4th season. That's why they paid him. Because remember, he was a 1st-round draft pick, so this was about to be his option year, and then you know what I mean. But yeah, this is about to be Smitty's a 4th because year 1 AJ Brown was in there, and this is about to be AJ Brown 3rd season with us.
AJ was there the year we won the Super Bowl.
Yes, but Smitty was there the year the year before that.
That was the year before.
Yeah, and then we went out and got AJ.
21. Yeah, the 3rd year. AJ, we won the Super Bowl in 22. So
yeah, but Smitty was there before that.
Only the year before we went to the Super Bowl.
Bro, we went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2020. This is about to be.
This is 3rd year.
Nah.
See, like, yeah, 3rd year. Thank you, Shona.
Wait, so is this AJ Brown what? This is about to be AJ Brown 3rd year with us, right? Because last year was his 2nd. The 1st year with AJ, we went to the Super Bowl. Last year was AJ's 2nd, and this is about to be his 3rd season with us. Smitty was there before AJ.
But I said, okay, so yeah, he played 3 years. So, yes, he played 3 years. 1 year he didn't get 1,000 yards. In 2 years,
but he got back-to-back years. He had so if he do get it this year, it's going to be 3 straight years of 1,000 yards. So yeah, that's what I was trying to say. This is about to be his 4th year. He going into his 4th year. Yeah,
that's what I said, didn't I?
What?
That it would be his 3rd season to be 1,000 yards. He already had back-to-back. Him and AJ both had 2 back-to-back seasons.
Yeah.
I think I seen something like, I don't know why it didn't come up, but it was like showing like the 2 years with Eagles receivers. It was like 3,000 some yards, and then the last 2 years it was like 6,000 some yards. You know, say AJ.
Oh, yeah. That was before AJ Brown came.
Yeah, rookie year he had 900 yards. It could have been 3 years, but he was drafted in 2001. Now I'm confused. Yeah,
but Smitty fourth year. Yo, he's going into his fourth year. So
going into the fourth year.
Yeah. He's going into his fourth year. But now Smitty's the beast, man. Yo, he could be a number one on anybody's team. Like, let's not downplay this. We have 2 number 1 wide receivers. Like we legit have 2 number 1 wide receivers, and that's why you saw in the playoff game when AJ didn't play that they knew it was Smitty or bust, and he almost had 200 yards.
Yeah,
like on the Bucks, knowing that that's the only person you got to stop because Quez wasn't doing shit. You know what I mean? So it was either Smitty or nobody. And this dude, he's a bad mofo. You know what I mean? So he definitely deserves his respect. He got the contract. You know what I mean?
Do you think there's any way that Smitty outperforms AJ this year?
I mean, to me, I really don't. Look, I don't really care about who outperformed who. I care about.
I'm just saying, do you think it's a possibility?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. Look, I think they both just bounce out each other. I think they both still get the 1,000 yards. But is it all about touchdowns or is it about the yards? You know what I mean? So if you're talking about touchdowns and catches, like AJ will always have the more touchdowns than Smitty because that's the first wide receiver you look to. And then Smitty, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, okay, AJ's not open. Let me go to Smitty. Like, unless the play is specifically called for Smitty to get the ball. But like a lot of Jalen Hurts read is like AJ, okay, and then go somewhere else. But it all depends how Kellen Moore run his offense, right? Is it going to be through Saquon and then boom, boom, boom? Like, I mean, are they going to flip sides? Hey, one time they're both on one side. I mean, it all depends. So I don't know who's going to outperform who, but I think this whole team overall is too loaded to force feed one person for ego. So that's why I'm glad AJ got paid. Smitty got paid. So, hey, we ain't got to worry about, hey, you are fighting for your contract over here. You know what I mean? And you just got paid. So relax. So now just share the wealth with everybody.
I say that too.
Got paid. So the only person that should be complaining is Goddard because, you know what I mean? This might be his, last year coming in and he's trying to fight for a new contract. But everybody else should be okay with sharing the wealth. I mean, and the ultimate goal is to go to a Super Bowl.
And that's why I say, because not only just the attention to AJ, is the fact that, he is paid. He is known already to be that guy. He knows he's going to, bring that coverage. Kind of like, the difference with Evans and Galladay over there. You know what I'm saying? So 1 year Evans had the most yards. The next year, Galladay had the most. Or what's his name? Galladay? That's his name? Galladay? On Tampa Bay? Gowan. Yeah. 1 year he has it. 1 year Evan has it. But they're both dominating number 1 receivers. You know what I'm saying? I think that's warranted.
1,000 years, 12 seasons straight? I mean, he's consistent. 1,000 year every year. But 1,000 yards every year is almost a guarantee. I think it's either either 10 years straight, 1,000 yards or 12. But he's consistent, right? But
what about this one then? What about Saquon going from 31 to 86?
I mean, I don't see there's 86 players in the NFL that's better than Saquon Barkley. But are they taking injuries into account when they rated him? I mean, did he finish the season last year? I mean, game he missed last year also.
Oh, I think
he missed a couple
last
games.
Year, 2023, he had 247 attempts for 962 yards.
How many games he played?
6 touchdowns. They didn't take games on this one.
But I think he might have missed a couple games. So I don't know what they're going off of. But in my opinion, if you Saquon, you like, I'm 86. I mean, just use it as just more motivation. That's it. I mean, rankings to me are overrated sometimes because last
year he played 16 games.
Okay, so yeah, he missed 1 game. You know what I mean? So rankings to me, like the Dallas Cowboys, right? CeeDee Lamb, in my opinion, is not better than
14 games last year. I was looking at it. It was the other way on this one. So he missed 3 games.
Okay. All right. So like rankings to me are overrated because I don't think that CeeDee Lamb is better than AJ Brown, but the Dallas Cowboys don't have 2,000, receiving wide receivers either. So of course you're going to force feed that one guy who's going to inflate his yards, his touchdown. So I mean that's why I'm saying ranking. I still pick AJ over CD all day, every day.
Every day.
You know what I mean? So that's just not me being biased. It just means seeing how physical AJ Brown could be. Like he goes for the ball, he stiff arm you, bully you, and still run circles around you. But CD to me, he's light. Yes, he got some skills, some hands, some accurate catches and stuff like that. But overall, I'll still pick AJ over Smitty just because of the whole package of AJ Brown being more physical, and he could moss you any day and bully you, like snatch the ball away from you. The only thing I've seen CD kind of snatch the ball like away from somebody. Yes, I see him make some outstanding one hand, flipping on his back catches, but bully you for a ball, I haven't seen it, but I've seen AJ done it with the Titans and with the Philadelphia Eagles. But all the rankings, CD is better than AJ because he's force feed the ball. He's force feed all the yards and stuff.
Yeah, I think this is ridiculous. You can't rate the guy 31. He only missed 3 games. Almost had 1,000 yards last year. How many touchdowns he had? 6 touchdowns. On a horrible Giants team. In terms of just being a rankings by the players of actual talent. Like he still showed talent last year. He still showed that he is that dude. He is Saquon Barkley. So I think that's ridiculous. Like you said, we'll give him more motivation going into this year. But I think they got it wrong on that one. I don't like the Devontae moving him up 10 spots was cool. I think Devontae could even got moved up a little bit farther. But I respect the 10 spot thing. But Saquon dropping what 55 spots, like off of still like only missing 3 games, still almost at 1,000 yards, and only being the only bright spot on that Giants football team last year. I think that's kind of really a little ridiculous, and I hope that he uses it for motivation and shows why. And I think I made a post on Twitter saying that don't worry, you're gonna be in top 20 this year when the season's over. You know what I'm saying? When this time next year, he's gonna be in the top 20, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. Look, rankings to me are overrated, but it is what it is, man. It's just more motivation for these guys, man. They got something else to prove. Like it seems like, yes, I know that we are loaded. I know that the Philadelphia Eagles are loaded on offense. If we should be number one, we should be a clear favorite out of the NFC. Blah blah blah. But
you didn't even be as good as the greatest show on turf. That good.
Only thing because of this is the first year in the system, man. It's hard to come out the gate flying first year in the system. Like the greatest show on turf had multiple years together with Isaac Bruce, with Mark Folk, and
but they had
multiple years together with the same core, with the same system. But this is thrown together. You know what I mean?
Like this though, we've had multiple 1,000-yard receiver duels just like they did, right? We had different offensive coordinators to that show with different running backs all getting over 1,000 yards too. Even though it's different running backs, it's still running backs getting that yardage. Now you throw in a better running back. Now you definitely can keep picking that up, and that greatest. I don't know. I don't really think a team can stop it. I have seen a lot of upgrades on teams this year, especially on the defensive side of football. But I don't really see one damn defense that's going to stop all 5 of these guys at their own money, at their own point. Unless Jalen Hurts is out there.
Exactly. It's not about stopping 5. It's about just stopping 1. Jalen Hurts is going to be the key to this. He is the engine for this offense.
But they had.
If you don't pick it up, if he's not, if he's not throwing these guys open, if he regrets back to last season or his rookie season, because it's a brand new system, then we're screwed. So it's like I think it's going to depend on how Kellen Moore, how quick, how fast enough he could get Jalen Hurts up to speed in this offense, especially if he says 90% brand new to him. So, I mean, yes, I know Jalen Hurts is a smart worker, hard worker. Yes, he's going to be studying, but live action and playbook, reading a playbook is two different stories. So it's going to depend how fast he could pick up the offense, because the more he pick up the offense, the more Kellen Moore could start calling in his ear, hey, if it's not there, go there, and stuff like that.
For both of you guys, is Jalen Hurts better than Kurt Warner? Because Jonah said, but they had
no.
You don't think Jalen Hurts is better?
No.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Kurt Warner, a guy that was working at a grocery store. You know,
I don't care where he
pedigree.
I don't care where he worked at. A job
of you put Kurt Warner over Jay Hurts?
Listen, he cannot.
Jay Hurts is way better than fucking Kurt Warner.
Okay, all right. Well, that's your biased opinion. Based
off
one
of the best Kurt Warner been in the Super Bowl twice, and Jalen Hurts' first time had a better game.
Yes, he had one good game. Congratulations.
He had a better game than him in his first try. 25 years old, Kurt Warner was like 45, 117 when he was in the Super Bowl.
Stop.
What the hell are you talking about?
Stop, man.
He was guy couldn't run.
No. Before he started working at a grocery store, right? As a matter of fact, he went working on a grocery store, and then he went to the Cardinals and took him to a Super Bowl. But the Great Show on Turf is for the Rams. He wasn't working at a grocery store with the Rams, was he? Or was it before he went to the Cardinals? Which one is it? I'm
just saying, man. Kurt Warner's great.
Yeah, but right now, you can't say that. Now this dude had man.
I'm saying Kurt Warner is great. Jalen Hurts is greater. Jalen Hurts is a way better quarterback than Kurt goddamn Warner. I'm saying it. Kurt Warner was like 23 out of 21 wins in a row. Kurt Warner never did half the things, because Jalen Hurts is the only man to do all the things, all those records he broke. He's the only quarterback to ever do it. So you can't say a guy that didn't break the records or the guy that broke the records is better than the guy that didn't break the records. Super Bowl are team victories.
Okay, but you talking about individual performance here. You said if Jalen Hurts better than Kurt Warner, and I'm telling you, no, he's not.
Yes, Kurt Warner over Jalen Hurts. Kurt Warner won Super Bowl his first time. Yeah, at the age of 55.
What?
It was like 40, but
what? No, he didn't. At 40, wait.
When he won a Super Bowl, he's like 40 years old, dude.
I don't know. With the Rams?
Close to 40, yeah.
No, I don't know. With Dick Vermeil, right? I think Vermeil was the head coach. Vermeil was the head coach.
How old was Kurt Warner when he won his first Super Bowl?
I don't know if it was 40. I don't know, man. But all right. But I mean, we got off track, man. You asked me a question. I said no, but you're trying to. Let me see. Warner went to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. Yeah, I mean, but look, if you drop Kurt Warner with the Cardinals, right? And Kurt Warner with the Cardinals behind this Eagles offense, everybody is picking this Eagles offense, this Eagles team to probably go to a Super Bowl instead of the 49ers. If you put up Kurt Warner with the Cardinals, and not with the Rams, with the Cardinals behind this Eagles offensive line, with the talent that we have, we are going to a Super Bowl. I mean, and everybody is picking the Philadelphia Eagles. Their defense might be suspect, but the question would not be, is the quarterback the problem? Right now, people are saying, is Jalen Hurts is going to be.
It wasn't that. He wasn't 40. I was tripping.
Man, you always tripping, man. Stay off that.
He's old. He's way older than Jalen Hurts. He's 28.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts will be 26 next month, right?
Career, though. That's what I mean. Like
Jalen Hurts will be 26 next month.
Quarterback year. He's like 40 in quarterback.
Or this month. Hey, Jalen Hurts will be 26.
No, he just turned 25.
Nah, he'll be 26.
Man, you're tripping. He ain't that old. Jay Hurts is only just turned 25 years old, man. He was 28. Yeah, that's why I looked up. He was 28. But still, in quarterback years, that's old. Like when the quarterback's in their 30s.
And
Like,
Jalen Hurts is 25. Will be 26 August 7th, bro.
Leo gang. What?
Yo, he'll be 20. Yo, he will
Hurts are the same.
26. 6 days after. Matter of fact,
but he went
last football practice 2 years ago. That was his birthday. Yeah, he'll be 26.
Super Bowl before.
So
he went to Super Bowl before Kurt Warner did.
All right.
Okay, so everybody wants to say that Jalen Hurts is, not as good as Kurt Warner, but I disagree. And everybody has the right to their own opinion. So, I'm not gonna hate on you guys for saying that. You got a valid argument of why he isn't. But I'm that he is better.
Facts. I mean,
Kurt Warner took him to 28 before he got to Super Bowl. Jalen did it.
Shoot, Peyton Manning was like older than that when he got to his Super Bowl.
But Peyton Manning changed the game of football, man. What the hell? You can't even put him in there. He's the best quarterback ever. He's the best quarterback ever. It's Peyton Manning. No, I'm not saying Tom Brady. It's Peyton Manning's best quarterback.
I think it's Dan Marino, but hey, who am I?
Well, you do?
I do. It's only the championship that's stopping him from being one of the, the GOAT conversations, right? Like it's only that. And then you can throw Terry Bradshaw in there. You know what I mean? As one of those guys, those dudes. He's him type of guys. You know what I mean? With the championship to back it up too. You know what I mean? So, but
Dan's still a GOAT though.
Huh?
Sure. I said Dan's still a GOAT. He did some big things in Miami.
Yeah, it just man.
4,000 yards every season.
Wide left, like he just unlucky, right? It just like
Barry Sanders. Emmitt Smith got the rush yard. How many years after Barry retired? Barry would have came back. And then not only that, Emmitt Smith had the rings.
Yeah, but still, Barry Sanders was behind that Cowboys.
Everybody knows Barry Sanders was better than Emmitt Smith. If you don't, you're a fucking Cowboy fan.
If Barry Sanders was behind the Dallas Cowboys offensive line, the Russian title would never even be in sight ever, because that's how great he was. Like he was like the best running back behind a doo-doo offensive. Imagine behind the Giants offensive line, right? That's what Barry Sanders was running behind. The Giants offensive line and still leading the league in rushing. God,
that's Saquon, baby.
Ankles.
That's Saquon.
No.
Because he was behind that shitty offensive line, and now he's behind the best offensive line in football. Baby, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you for clarifying that finally. Yes. But hey, man, training camp's going to be here. Tomorrow they start the practicing. You know what I'm saying? That we're here, but tomorrow they actually start the practicing. Or do you think that starting tomorrow you're going to hear Eagles doing different things from last year?
Look, the first thing, man, starting tomorrow, I don't want to hear no soft tissue injuries, man. I know it's going to be hot. They're getting back after a month off, whatever. But, man, injuries could derail this team so fast because we have talent. So I don't want to. I mean, that's one thing. We know Nakobe Dean, you know what I mean? Like them guys, whatever. But what I want to hear is this guy is impressing Vic Fangio, and he might be this corner. He might be the starter for this corner. But I want to start hearing, because there was in OTAs before, like all that stuff. Who was your starters in OTAs? Like, who was y'all putting out there? Because the quicker we find out who these starters are, the better I will feel about us moving forward. So I want to know that this guy has shined, right? Let's just say, Nakobe Dean. He's actually shining. Like, he might be the opposite starter of Dean.
Well, you heard what they said about that whole thing. We're all freaking out about Dean.
So
we're all freaking out about Dean, about Sean Baum, or whatever his name is. Plan. And they said it was really more to let him continue to recover and heal and, get things right. That's the reason why I threw him out there. Braum out there more in the beginning was not just to really push the load on Kobe Dean, to kind of let him heal out for training camp. So I believe in Kobe Dean. This is my last year, though. my last year, I'm going to believe in him. I think he could be that guy. You don't go from being one of the top 3 linebackers coming out of college, and arguably the top linebacker while you were in college, but going into the draft, the top 3 linebacker, but then drafted in the third round, right? And just not be good.
He did fall to the 3rd round, man, because of this. You know what I mean? So look, I know
believe that first year. Like, he's not injury prone. He's not injury prone. What has it been?
Yeah, a lot of players that we draft, man, like I noticed way back in the day, even BG, Brendan Graham, like a late bloomer, right? I mean, he didn't come out of his shell to like his 4th, his 5th season. Like, you know what I mean? So these guys, for some way, somehow, it's rare to find Philadelphia Eagles draft this guy. Bam, he's a freaking all rookie team the first year. He's an all pro, like, you know what I mean? A Pro Bowl the first year. It's kind of hard. So maybe this is his 3rd season, right? Maybe this is it. And he knows that, hey, there's competition behind him. And this is a new defensive coach. They didn't draft me. So now he got something to prove. And all he got to do is stay healthy. That's the thing. We don't have enough games of him being healthy. The glimpse of tackles we see, I'm like, okay, well, he kind of missed that. And then the next play, boom, he hurt. Damn, I ain't get a chance to see another tackle, D. Like, you know what I mean? So we just need to see enough of him staying healthy. That's one thing that I'm kind of just holding my breath for. The safety position. Sidney Brown. Is he going to be healthy enough to start? I mean, hey, look, Trayvon Diggs, right? Trayvon Diggs, yeah, that's his name, of the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
He tore his ACL before the season start. And people was like, hey, hopefully he be back to his old self. Brown tore his ACL week 17 against the Giants. Like, to come back this fast, you know what I mean? After ACL, it's kind of like
he's running around looking good, but he goes like, nope, PUP.
Yeah, but that's no contact also, right? There's like, man, you're not chasing nobody. Hey, you're not even like, man, you might be thinking about it now, just doing your little smooth thing, but I gotta see, man. I gotta see the safety position, the linebacker position, the cornerback position. Is Burnt Barry still gonna be on the team? I think that he's gonna be on the bubble, but we'll see. So these are the things that I want to hear starting tomorrow, in training camp.
I think Burnt Barry, this is gonna be the time Burnt Barry shows that he's gonna be on a team, man. I think this is it. Burnt Barry gonna show that he's gonna be on a team. I really feel like, do you want to stop these young guys from developing? No. Do you want the best players on a team to win a championship? Yes. And experience-wise, Bradbury is the smartest choice.
Wait a minute. Oh my God.
Experience-wise, Bradbury's the smartest choice. So
hold up.
Wait,
we just have a whole 30-minute argument about Justin Simmons coming to the Philadelphia Eagles because we got to give these young guys opportunities. And now you're talking about Burnt Barry is the best option when we got young guys. That's why I can't trust you. This is why I can't trust
two different spots. Cornerback need a veteran. That's why Slay ain't going nowhere. But safety,
I can't trust
you have a young guy fiery out there hitting some money, But cornerback's a different breed. You know what I'm saying? Like when he had CJ behind him, he was an all pro.
Cornerbacks don't get better. They get older. They don't get faster as they get older. No. They get slower. If he was getting burnt last season, he about to be toast crunch.
With no safety help. Some of those times he got burnt, we think he got burnt. He really didn't get burnt. It was a safety not in the right spot.
My eyes don't lie to me. If he's running behind, if he's looking in the back of the 88 jersey, he's burnt.
It's help over the top, baby.
If he see Lamb behind there, he's burnt because he's chasing them.
That's not always
do
true.
Your job.
Well, I hope Burnt Barry to do it just for the sake of our bid.
Positive notes, though, we do have Isaiah Rodgers. So
yes, man.
So if Burnt Barry don't pan out, we got Mitchell waiting. Isaiah Rodgers waiting. So those are the two.
Georgia, Ringo.
Ringo. You know what I mean? So our DB position, our cornerback position right now, to me, is going to be the most fascinating battle there is in training camp because it's I'm telling you, yeah, burnt
And our
bread.
DB, I say our defensive tackle depth after Jordan Davis and everybody's been Williams. That's cool, but who else? Marlon, I like Marlon. Gabe Hall. He got drafted. To the whole nother league. He doesn't make the Eagles.
That's not gonna break that's not gonna make or break the Eagles. Like the depth behind.
Line will make or break the Eagles.
Well, I mean the depth behind our defensive tackle. Hey, you could go get me off the street, and for defensive tackle, I'll be okay. All you're doing is rushing, right? Boom. But your DBs, you are you on an island. That's the hardest position to play on the defense is corner. So you gotta have the right people on, at your corners. But defensive tackle to me, because you are in that interior and you got some outside people help, even the linebacker help you out. I'm like, okay, boom, I get it. But the most fascinating will be the cornerback position and the linebacker position and the safety position. Look, the whole defense is my whole goddamn priority. The offense, I could care less about. Focus
receiver 3 and tight end 2. And running back 2. So I think this might be the year Kenny Gainwell gives that up. So tight end 2 is Calcaterra going to be there? Uzi going to be there? Who's going to be that tight end 2? Because in this offense, you're going to need a tight end 2. Especially the way Dallas Goedert gets hurt. We don't have to have a tight end 2.
Yeah.
And then that third receiver spot, what I'm saying? Like I said, it's been a huge part of Kellen Moore's offense in previous years.
Are you focusing more on the offensive side or defensive side? Which one?
Offense.
Man. I know you.
Offense. You know why? Because if the offense is clicking on all cylinders and we're putting up a hell of points, like the defense has less pressure, they can pin their ears back and just attack the quarterback.
We put up 30-something points on the Cardinals last season, and we couldn't stop them. We was up 14.
Yeah, Sean
We was up 14-3. Nothing.
That's the coaching. That's different. I'm not worried about the coaching this year.
We put up 41 on the Bills. We couldn't stop the Bills. Down by 10. Down by 10 to the Chiefs. Down by 10 to the Bills. Down by 10 twice to the goddamn Commanders. Down by 10 to the Cowboys. He talking about as though we outscore some, like, no, defense.
This is a new year, baby. This is a new year. Okay? And we got a defensive coordinator that knows football. We're not first-year coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, even though his second time it was a little bit better, even though we hated him, it was second, it was a little bit better. And then Desaya, and then Patricia, all these jabronis that suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got Banjo in the building. We're not going to have those same mistakes. That's why this year, when the scoreboard's lit, it's going to stay that way for the whole game, and we're going to win the football game, baby. That's what I'm saying. Right. Once again, training camp's tomorrow. Your final prediction: the Eagles win 12 games. I want a pre-training camp.
Wait, do the Eagles win 12 games?
How many games you got us winning?
Should we better win 12 games if we want to be the number 1 seed? Minimum is 12. Minimum is 12. Max is 14 for me. So I think between winning 12 and 14.
Minimum 12.
Yeah.
Max 17-0.
No. Okay.
Who gonna beat us, JC?
I can't mess with you. Our defense. Our defense is gonna beat us. Our defense. Like, we don't know nothing about our defense.
Maximum 17, realistically 15. I can't see us 3 games, dude. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm not down with none of that saying we're going to lose 3 games. I can't. With the roster we have, the coaching upgrades we made, there should be no damn reason we lose more than 2 games.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Do we have a better defense than the 49ers?
Yes.
You know what? Hey, guys, I got to go. I can't do no more shows with this delusional bird game.
Okay,
hey,
what is 49ers better? They have better.
You are
better linebackers than us. But not really. If White plays
delusional. I can't do this. I can't do this.
2 years ago, was Warner the number 1 linebacker or was White the number 1 linebacker in the league? Talk to me. They're both good, but White was the number 1 linebacker 2 years ago.
I cannot
in the league, and we got him as linebacker, so that means he's better than Warner. Cancel that out,
bro.
Okay, the other
we're not even. we're not even the best defense in our own division.
Wow, you really gonna jump back on the Cowgirls dig like that?
I don't give a damn what you're trying to say. Open your eyes. The sooner you see where our flaws is at, this is the problem with this. This is the problem with this.
Wow.
Look, this is the problem with you, BG.
Wow.
You are afraid to give other people their flowers.
I'm not giving the Cowgirls credit for being a better defense, man. They don't have a better defense.
Listen.
They don't have Jordan Davis. They don't have Jalen Carter. They don't have none of them, bro. They have Michael Parsons.
Listen real quick. Listen real quick. The reason why I think the Cowboys have a better defense, they might not be the same defense because of Dan Quinn is gone. So the philosophy might change, your scheme might change too. But the continuity is there. Continuity is everything. You can learn a scheme when y'all all together. Y'all been playing together. They're cornerbacks where they basically grew up together, like literally with Bland, with Diggs coming back, with the other guys. They been there for 3-4 years together. But listen though. The problem is this. The Cowboys defense might be better, so they had no excuse when we beat them. I don't mind saying that their defense is better just based on the continuity as a player. We are just throwing pieces right now. We don't even know who our safety is going to be, who our corner is going to be, who our linebacker is going to be. We don't know none of that.
But we know it's going to be somebody good.
Yeah.
Bond. Yeah, we need to find out who's step up to the cream of the crop and be the number one guy. But we got the people there. One of these guys better do it.
Dean and Bond would not start on nobody's team.
Really?
Bond was a special team guy.
Wait. Are
you going to play one linebacker? Wait. All right. So we're going like one linebacker out there, right?
Okay. Now, to go to the Cowgirls. One linebacker, Michael Parsons.
As a matter of fact, he don't even play linebacker. But Kendrick is a beast. Don't sleep on Kendrick. But then they had somebody else that's coming back from an injury last year. Their other linebacker. He's coming back. That's been on the team, but he got injured. So, they were a little bit better at linebacker, but they had some injuries. But guess what? They are coming back. But besides linebacker, everybody else is the same. And Diggs is coming back as an addition. And Diggs is coming back, right? Yes, Gilmore is gone, but Diggs is coming back. And Bland is there now with the experience. And then with the other safeties. So, look, all I'm saying is their continuity is better because their players are
Bland ain't better than GJ?
Who? What?
Charlie Gardner-Johnson. Bland ain't better than Charlie.
Well, Bland is a corner. He's not a safety. So I hope not.
Cooker. That's a boy name. Cooker not better.
Who?
Bland's not better than Diggs not better than.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Oh my God. See. Like you couldn't even say it with your chest. Man, you over mumbling, Slay.
What better than Big Play Slay?
You're like, baby's a Slay. What?
Better than Big Play Slay.
Bro, get out of here. All right. So overall, all honestly, you saying that who could stop the Eagles? I'm saying the defense can because the unknown. We don't know. We don't know anything about this defense really. A new coordinator, a 3-4 scheme. The cornerback is unknown on one side. Safeties is kind of the linebackers. It's like a whole bunch of unknown. We don't know. We got to wait to probably week 1 before we get the final, starting depth chart for the defense. Like, we're not going to know who's the starter.
Second week of training camp, we're going to kind of know who's going where.
Huh?
I think it's going to take the second week of training camp. Because some of these guys we really want to know, like we kind of already know who the stars are already on our, from just like off firsthand. Now they don't have a first week of practice to understand it. By the end of that second week, I think they'll definitely know who the stars are.
No, we're gonna know before week 1, the final roster, the final 53-man roster. That's when we're gonna know exactly who's your starters. But you're not gonna know week 1.
Who
So
doesn't
you're
know?
not gonna know like between a week 1 of training camp or week 2 in training camp. I just think, hey, you're gonna know probably a week.
First preseason game, we're gonna know who the mans are.
No, I don't think so. Because the first preseason game is in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. The first preseason game, no, you're not gonna know that. You're not gonna know that. Let me say, wait. When is the Eagles' first preseason game? Hold on.
I can tell you all the stars on my football team. Really want quarterback Jalen Hurts, running back Saquon Barkley, receivers Devontae and AJ.
Hey, August 9th, man. August 9th
Goddard
against the Ravens is the first preseason game.
Landon, Becton, Myalata, Dickerson, defense, Jordan, Carter, Sweat.
Right, hey, let's go, man. Hey, you're gonna waste my sleep time, man. Because man, you could claim that you're gonna know the defense or starters if you want, but against the Ravens, August 9th, we're not gonna know who is our starting defense. We might, you know what I mean? Because I don't think that Bradbury is going to be there. So if you're starting Bradbury against the Ravens and he's not there the following week, then what? You don't know who your starters are going to be because we are deep at corner. We are so deep at corner. What you going to bench Rodgers?
After the last preseason game, we know.
The depth chart come out at the last. Yeah, I mean, you're really not gonna know until that final preseason game. To me, all right. Let's just say this: whoever don't start in the third preseason game might be your
starters.
Huh?
Yeah, that'd be your starters.
Yeah, that might be your starters. You know,
even last year, there's even backups that didn't play the last preseason game.
Who?
Even last year though, there's even backups that didn't play the last season game.
Yeah, so I mean, you might get a glimpse, really, who's your starters. But the first preseason game, man, you might not even get no starter on the offense go out there, or you might get one series, right? Like, hey, y'all got one series to go down there and score, and I'm pulling y'all out because you know why? They put so much emphasis on the joint practices is like a preseason game to them.
Yeah,
which to me I don't like. Because it's like 7-on-7, 11-on, like, you know, like there's there's no tackling, there's no, you know, punch somebody in the face, there's no aggression. It's just like, okay, hey, we're not trying to get hurt. All right, what? He would have been sacked. It would have been a interception, like a whole bunch of.
They're gonna change that. They're gonna be hitting somebody.
Nah, even last year. Oh, well, Jalen Hurts would have been sacked, but he got away. Come on, like you can't really. But preseason game, you got a ref out there. You got the booth going. Welcome to NFL season is here, folks. Yeah, we got Philadelphia Eagles versus Baltimore Ravens, and Jalen Hurts. He's trying out there. That's when we're gonna know. Okay, all right, this is real. This is real.
At least it's all stars, like you said. Yeah, you got stars going against each other. Yeah, it's gonna be nice, man. I'm excited, man. I'm off in the morning for some odd reason. But I'm going to take advantage of that. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow morning, just to let you guys know. You guys want to check out the show on my channel in the morning. We talk some training camp in the morning too, as well, since it'll be the first actual real practice, man. Hey, salute to all you guys. Shout out to the Twitter gang out there running deep. Y'all hit that like wherever you're at. Share the content, retweet, like, comment, subscribe on all platforms, man. We're going to be bringing this to you every week. You know what I'm saying? Also, hit up JC for those tickets. I'm gonna go order
two left. Free.
I'm gonna order two. I'm gonna order two for sure if they're still available. I'm gonna order two. So hit us up. But you're gonna for me, you gotta at least subscribe to the channel on the road to 10K. You need that 10K. Subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe notification bell, and then say I want tickets. And hit me up. If you can DM me on Twitter, you can say it in the comments of this video. You know, if you're on Facebook, you can do it on Facebook. Whatever platform you're on. You can comment in the video, say I want those tickets, and I'm going to be picking out 2 people too for the open practice too. I'm going to get 2 tickets. So, final words.
Hey, look, like I said, man, just hit me up, man, on Twitter, man, at Sportstalk 24. for Brian Dawkins, of course, 2-0, my favorite Eagles of all time. So JC Sports Talk 20. If you want those tickets, it costs you $3.99. I mean,
$3.99.
Look, I'm giving you already gave one away tonight already, one away yesterday. So I only have 2 left. It's free because I can't make it. So I'm giving it out to y'all. So I got 2 tickets. So if you want it, just hit me up on Twitter and I'll transfer it to you.
That's 4 tickets. 4 fans gonna get to go to open practice because I'm in Alabama. I can't go to practice on Thursdays, wrong day of the week for me. So 4 lucky people are gonna go to this open, or 5 because he already gave out 1. 5 lucky people are gonna go. I know, courtesy of the truth, because we give you the truth about the Philadelphia Eagles, and we can also give back to you guys. So, hey, much love to you guys. Final words, JC, before we get out of here. Your final thoughts on training camp, day 1.
Look, another reason why, man, hey, y'all do want to follow me on Twitter is because I'm at work all day tweeting out, even though I'm not actual at the practices, but I do follow a lot of Eagle reporters that are at practices. They are putting up films and pictures and what's going on. So I kind of retweet it and quote tweet whatever. So definitely, I'm trying to keep y'all informed as much as possible. But like I said, man, look, Jalen Reagor to me kind of spoiled my training camp hype. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be a Debbie Down or whatever it is. I can't wait for this is going to be the most competitive training camp that I've ever been around to even witness because of all the unknowns, of all the high expectations going into this season. So I can't wait to see who win these battles on both sides of the ball, the backups, and how these coaches are coming along, because these reporters be reporting, oh my God, the offense looked lost. Oh my God, the defense is on, have a step on the offense today, or the offense have a step on the defense today. I want to hear those type of things, man, because iron sharpen the irons. We do believe in that still. So that's what I'm going to be just waiting for, man. The reports that come out of training camps, who's doing what. And look, I can't wait, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, so make sure you said come out. Like I said, I should be going live during training camp. I got double checked in the morning, but if not, like I said, I will be retweeting, reposting, and we'll be giving you my insight of what I see too as well on day 1, man. We're here. The pads are going on. Jerseys are coming out. We get to see Saquon Barkley out there practicing in a real training camp with the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be amazing. The rest of these guys, I want someone to see. I want to see a nice Smith, this week. I want to see if he's coming out there playing. I want to see, is he even got the capability of being a third receiver, because I think John Ross and Campbell right now got a leg up on these guys. I want to see Johnny Wilson. Has you been working with Jalen Hurts? Is that making your progress go? Do you have a chance to be the number 3 receiver on this football team? You know what I'm saying? I want to see, like I said, Marlon Tuilopo. I want to see, Milt Williams, all these guys. The backups are really going to be key pieces because, like you said, you don't want to be that team that one injury can kind of mess up your whole defense or offense. You want to be that team that goes hard, even with the backups in. Our defense do rotate a lot of players. So even like the backups are even starters on our football team. So, I want to see these guys out there. I want to see these guys practicing hard. And I want Fangio to have his old school mentality and bring out put the pads on. Oh, we're not supposed to have pads today. Put the pads on. We hit it today. What? Yeah. What?
That is true. That is true.
Shocking people. And I want to be hitting to the ground. I want these guys to realize you are football players. You get a lot of money to play. You know what I'm saying? So don't be all babies out there. Oh, we need to conserve our this and that. Play football. Get ready for the season. Because I want you out there busting heads all season long. So that being said,
one more thing, man. This is not Eagles news. Yo, Michael Gallup, man. Retired from the NFL, man.
Did he?
It's just on Twitter right now, man. Michael Gallup retired. Huh?
Yeah, I picked him up on one of my fantasies at the late round.
Oh, hell no. Yo, he retired, man. See, that's why I don't do fantasy draft until the 3rd preseason game is over with.
Yeah.
But he retired from the NFL. Hey, what's your
name? The other linebacker for Tampa Bay. Who? Shaq Barrett.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't with Tampa Bay though. He was with the Colts and kind of bouncing around. But but Michael Gallup, I mean, he just signed a 1-year deal, whatever. But that's more shocking than Shaq Barrett. But I mean, it just that's crazy. He just signed with somebody. But oh well. But go ahead, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that was some
good. I was giving my fly Eagles fly till next week. Go win your open practice tickets. Hit us up. Let us know, and we out.
Go Birds. Going on, everybody, man, and welcome to the